Hello, cherished ones. Welcome to Time with Abundant Grace. Today's message is titled, Sacrifice to Succeed. Sacrifice to Succeed. I hope you'll be inspired, motivated, and challenged by this motivational message. Sacrifice to succeed. Our first scripture reference is chosen from John chapter 12, verse 24. John chapter 12, verse 24. And I read. Most assuredly I say to you, unless a grain of wheat falls into the ground and dies, it remains alone. But if it dies, it produces much grain. Cherished ones, people have developed the habit of always seeking for an easier, faster way of getting the things they want, rather than doing what may be difficult but necessary to achieve real success. Dear ones, you can be all that you are willing and desiring to be, if only you are willing and determined enough to pay the price to be it. Dear friend, one of the biggest enemies of success and personal fulfillment is the path of least resistance. So anybody climbing up, accelerating, you will meet resistance. Path of least resistance always bring you down. People don't want to sacrifice and pay the price of success. They take the easy way in almost every situation. They seek shortcuts to everything. They look for get-rich-quick schemes and easy money all the time. But you, precious friend, listen to me. Greatness comes to those who develop a burning desire to succeed and are willing to pay the price of success. Because real success consists wholly in sacrificing. And there is no success without sacrifice. Dear one, everything in this world has a price tag on it. And you must be willing to pay the price in full before you can get the object you desire. There is a price to pay if you want to be successful, and a price to pay if you want to remain unsuccessful. There is no such reality as something for nothing. A wise one once said, and I quote, before reward, there must be labor. And in all human affairs, there are effort and there are results. And the strength of the effort is the measure of the results. My dear friend, are you willing to sacrifice and succeed? I'm speaking on sacrifice to succeed. Because there is no success without sacrifice. Beloved, listening to me. Successful people have the ability to, throughout their lives, make sacrifices in the short term so as to assure greater results and greater reward in the long term. Precious friend, successful people make sure that everything they do in the short term is consistent with where they want to be in the long term. Successful people are willing to pay the price, whatever it takes, for as long as it takes until they achieve the result they desire. Dear one, the quality of self-denial in the pursuit of a longer term goal And indeed, the willpower to maintain that level of self-denial is an excellent sacrifice. My dear one, in modern terms, sacrifice has more to do with the act of delayed gratification. Delayed gratification. Anyone who is sacrificial in attitude has what it takes to delay or deny him or herself of instant pleasures in the now for a better future tomorrow. Dear friend, you cannot dedicate yourself to pursuing pleasures and make genuine progress in life at the same time. You have to delay gratification because sacrifice always precedes success, and the price of success is always paid in advance. Special one. James Allen once said, and I quote him, "He who would accomplish little must sacrifice little. He who would achieve much must sacrifice much. And he who would attain highly must sacrifice greatly." Beloved, whatever you desire in life is obtainable if only you can pay the full price for it in advance. Dear one, everything you want in this life has a price tag. It will only be accomplished provided you pay the price in full. There is a price to pay if you want to make things better in your life and move to higher pedestrian or higher dimensions in life. Dear friend, it looked as if everyone want to receive the price of success, but no one want to pay the full price of success. Until you pay the price, you cannot receive the prize. Everyone want to be prosperous. Everyone want to be happy. Everyone want to be healthy. Everyone want to be rich. But most people are not willing to pay the price for its achievement. But listen, sacrifice precedes success. Therefore, you must be ready to sacrifice to succeed. Second Bible reference from Hebrews chapter 12 verse 2. I read, "Our Lord Jesus, he for the joy that was set before him endured the cross and despised the shame." What was the joy set before Jesus? The joy was to sit at the right-hand side of the Father, the throne of God. What was the price he was supposed to pay? What was the sacrifice? He has to be whipped. He has to go through pain. He has to be rejected. He has to be nailed to the cross and die. Are you ready to sacrifice and pay the price to get to the joy set before you? Want to be a chartered accountant, a lawyer, whatever you want to be, whatever your vision, your dream. If you are ready to sacrifice and pay the price, you will get to that joy set before you. But without paying the price, without sacrifice, you can't get there. Without delaying gratification. Delayed gratification means deny yourself of some fun and enjoyment and focus on your vision and run with the vision for the vision to speak. Because there is ching, so, and so, ching. This time you got to study and work hard to achieve your aim. You are having fun, enjoying. That is so. In future you will regret and go through hardship. That is ching. But if you are ready to sacrifice and pay the price now, deny yourself of some fun and enjoyment and work hard towards your future. That is ching now. You're going through difficult times studying. The so will come in future. Which one do you like? You want to ching and so, or you want to so and ching. Decide what you want. Beloved, even Jesus, who is the Lord, had to sacrifice and pay a huge price before he could sit at the right-hand side of the throne of God. how much more you and I, mere human beings? There is no success without sacrifice. If you really want to succeed, you must pay the full price of success. Because no pain, no gain. No cross, no crown. If you don't sow in tears, you will never reap in joy. Precious ones, what price are you willing to pay for a better, brighter future? Are you willing to sacrifice to succeed? Are you willing to pay the price for a better result in your forthcoming exams? Rise up and do some extra work so you can receive extraordinary results. Because the difference between an ordinary result and extraordinary results is doing something extra. Rise up and sacrifice extra. Rise up and pay extra price for extraordinary results. And you'll be an extraordinary person. Those who are extraordinary, they are doing something different, something unique, and they are doing something more than the ordinary people are doing. My dear friend, nothing is a sacrifice unless it costs you something. Special friend, for some reason, many people think everything in life should be easy. And when they find out that achievement takes effort and sacrifices, they give up. But in reality, success takes hard work and sacrifice. Precious friend, more often than not, many unsuccessful young people spend much of their lives standing at the crossroads, hoping for a situation where they can receive something without giving up anything. But it really comes. Dear friend, the fact is, there is no such thing as success without sacrifice. You must pay the price before you can receive the prize of success. If you want to succeed in a big way, you must pay a big price. For you cannot receive the prize without paying the price. You can pay now and play later. Or you play now and pay later. But either way, you are going to pay the price before you succeed. So why not pay now and play later? Why not chin now and so later? My dear ones, it's always better to pay now and play later than to play and have fun and then pay. In order to avoid paying a huge price of pain and of regret in future, the best things in this life aren't things like expensive cell phone you are flexing with, a laptop, designer watches, designer clothes, jewelry. The best things in this life is about accomplishment and achievement. Precious friend, be willing to pay the price for the price of success. For your labor will never be in vain. Your effort will always be crowned with success. My dear friend, there is no shortcut to any place worth going. And everything of value has a price tag. The people who want to move forward without making any sacrifices always get stuck on the way and never get any further on the success journey. Henry Longfellow asserted, and I quote him, "The height by which great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions and classmates slept, were toiling upward in the night." My dear one, successful people have the ability to make sacrifices in the short term so as to assure greater results and rewards in the long term. Special one, successful students sacrifice and spend many hours and even years preparing, studying, and upgrading their skills to make themselves more valuable so they can have a better life in future. When they are doing this, while unsuccessful students spend most of their time socializing, having fun in the present, but live to regret in the future. Cherished friend, unsuccessful people always do what is expedient, what is fun and easy, rather than what is necessary for success. They seek shortcuts to everything and look for get-rich-quick schemes and easy success, fraudsters and sakawa and all sort of things. They have the habit of always seeking an easier, faster way to get the things they want, rather than doing what is hard and sacrificial, but necessary to achieve real success. Beloved, there is no shortcut to any place worth going. There is no success without sacrifice. If you can continue with the habit of always looking for shortcuts, you may eventually have your life cut short. And you'll be going very soon, and it will be a shock. I'm not praying that for you. Special friend, die a little today to have a better tomorrow. Sow in tears now and reap in joy in the future. Don't do anything to sacrifice your future for the present. Beloved, before reward, there must be labor. You plant before you harvest. You sow before you reap. My dear friends, in all human affairs, there are effort and there are results. And the strength of the effort is the measure of the result. So die a little today and have a better tomorrow. Our Lord Jesus Christ put it in this way in John 12, verse 24 to 25. And I quote, "Most assuredly I say to you, unless a grain of wheat falls into the ground and dies, it remains alone. But if it dies, it produces much grain. He who loves his life will lose it. And he who hates his life and will suffer and sacrifice in this world will keep it for eternal life." Beloved, a successful life is often expensive. It will cost you something to become a champion. Every valuable thing has a price tag. And until you pay the price for it, you cannot have it. Success doesn't just happen. Sacrifice always precedes success. James Allen reiterated, and I quote him, "He who accomplishes little must sacrifice little. He who achieves much sacrifices much. And he who attains highly must sacrifice greatly." Ralph Waldo Emerson also pointed out, and I quote, "For everything you gain, you lose something. Your level of success is determined by your sacrifice." Precious friend, the principle of sowing and reaping is a variation of the law of cause and effect. It says, whatever a man sows, he will also reap. In Galatians 6:7. Whatever you put in, you will get it out. Your input will determine your output. Therefore, what you are reaping today is a result of what you have sown in the past. In 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 6 to 7, it says, "But I say to you, he who sows sparingly will reap sparingly. He who will sacrifice little will reap a little. And he who sows bountifully will reap bountifully. He who will sacrifice much will achieve much." So if you are not happy with your current harvest or results, it is up to you to start planting better seeds for a better harvest in the future. Dear friend, begin to do more of those things that may lead to outstanding success, and stop engaging in those activities that may lead to failure and disappointment. Sacrifice to succeed. Pay the price for the price of success. For those who sow in tears will always reap in joy. And I believe your labor will never be in vain. Stay blessed and be highly favored. Shalom. God bless you for your time.